Rohingya genocide case against Myanmar based on compelling evidence, lawyer. Rohingya in Malaysia pays gratitude to international community. Myanmar must stop unjustifiable movement against Bangladesh FM. An attorney assisting Gambia with its lawsuit against Myanmar alleging state-sponsored genocide at the UN's top court said on November 21st that he is confident that the West African nation will win the case based on copious, strong evidence of army atrocities against the Muslim Rohingyas. The evidence is plentiful, Paul Reichler, an attorney at Foley Hoag LLC in Washington, told RFA's Myanmar service. He spoke a day after the Myanmar government announced that State Councillor and Foreign Affairs Minister Aung San Suu Kyi would lead a team in defending the country at the International Court of Justice in The Hague, the Netherlands. There are many fact-finding reports by UN missions, by special rapporteurs, by human rights organizations, Reichler said. There is satellite photography and there are many statements by officials and army personnel from Myanmar which altogether show that the intention of the state of Myanmar has been to destroy the Rohingyas as a group in a whole or in part, he said. And we are very confident that at the end of the day, the evidence will be so compelling that the court will agree with the Gambia, he said. On November 21st, Christine Bergener, the UN Special Envoy on Myanmar, welcomed the Southeast Asia country's decision to defend itself before the ICJ. Bergener ended a 10-day mission to Myanmar on November 21st, during which she met with government and military officials, diplomats, think tanks, and UN agencies. She welcomed the government's position on the case filed by the Gambia to the International Court of Justice that as a part to the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide since 1956, Myanmar would take its international obligations seriously and would defend itself in front of the ICJ, said a statement issued by the UN's Myanmar office. Around 100 Rohingyas gathered for paying thanks to the global community for fighting Rohingyas' justice at the international level in Kampong Pandan of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on November 22nd. Congregated Rohingyas expresses their special gratefulness to the United Nations UN, Organization of Islamic Cooperation OIC, International Court of Justice ICJ, International Criminal Court ICC, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Gambia, and all other countries as well as the INGOs who have been supporting limitlessly for Rohingya cause. Rohingya community in Malaysia's RCM organized an appreciation event at Masjid Nurul Islam Hall. The congregation started at 4:50 p.m. which lasted for 2 hours. Some prominent Rohingya youth activists from Kuala Lumpur were present as guests on the occasion. Rohingyas from different parts of Kuala Lumpur were attended the event. Ajmer said in gratitude, "We highly thankful to Gambia for its brave stance in filing case against genocidal government Myanmar at the International Court of Justice ICJ. Now we would like to urge the European Union, EU, USA and other countries to support the Gambia in their case at the ICJ." He further added, all the persecuted ethnics of Burma would work hand in hand to bring genocidal criminals under justice. We appreciate the Kachin National Organization KNO, National Alliance of Burma USA, Canadian Burma Ethnic Nationalities Organization CBENO, Coalition of Burma Ethnics Malaysia COBEM, and Civil Rights Movement USA for showing strong stance against Burmese genocidal government. Activist Anisul Islam said, "We have been waiting for justice for several decades. Now we are witnessing some progress at the international level in this regard. We firmly believe justice will prevail. The Rohingya community started to believe the case will punish the Burmese perpetrators, which will put a full stop to Rohingya genocide." Myanmar State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi's office on November 15 unduly attributed the repatriation of the Rohingya not beginning entirely to non-cooperation and non-respect of bilateral arrangements by Bangladesh. The ministry said in a statement on Sunday. In a strongly worded press statement issued on Sunday, Bangladesh, the foreign ministry placed arguments justifying that Bangladesh is always prepared to begin the repatriation. However, Myanmar has yet to fulfill its obligation negotiations under the bilateral instruments to create an environment conducive to a sustained return of the forcibly displaced people from Rakhine. The continued relaying of fabricated information, misrepresentation of facts, unsubstantiated claims, and warranted and unwarranted accusations to unjustifiably shift the onus of the Rohingya crisis on Bangladesh testifies to the campaign of the government of Myanmar to avoid its obligations to create a conducive environment in Rakhine to the sustained repatriation and reintegration of the forcibly displaced Rohingya in their homeland, the statement said. The statement further said, "It is an established fact that the Rohingya crisis resulted from the systematic disenfranchisement and brutal persecutions of this religious minority by the successive regimes in Myanmar. Continuation of the same by the present government is the sole reason for the gravity of the crisis. The crisis originated in Myanmar and the solution entirely lies there. None other than Myanmar should be responsible for its prolongation," it added. Bangladesh has no interest in delaying the repatriation. The sincerity of Bangladesh in facilitating earliest repatriation of Rohingyas as per bilateral instruments has been unquestionably established through its actions, the Foreign Ministry statement said. Myanmar must not expect Bangladesh to cooperate in repatriation in an uncertain environment in Rakhine, it added. For more videos, please subscribe our Vision English YouTube channel.